A billionaire's mother had not heard a single word from her son in 10 years, so she decided to go to the city and visit him at his mansion, clutching a wrinkled piece of paper with an address written on it when the taxi dropped her off at the gate. An elegant woman had just parked her car and was looking for her keys. The old woman slowly walked up and said, "Excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking for my son's house. His name is Michael." The woman turned around and looked her up and down. "Michael is my husband." "Are you really his mother?" The old woman leaned on her cane and smiled. "From the way you're looking at me, I guess you think I'm too old to have ever had children. Is that it?" The woman could not help but laugh. "No, mother-in-law, please forgive me. It's Michael's fault. Every time I wanted to visit my in-laws, he always said he had no time." She opened the gate, paused for a second, and let the old woman go in first. But one question kept circling in her mind. Why is my husband a billionaire while his mother looks like this? Once inside, the old woman stood in the middle of the living room, staring at the crystal chandelier, and muttered quietly, "This place really is ridiculously flashy." The woman settled her into the guest room, brought her clean clothes, told her to take a shower, and went to prepare food. 30 minutes later, the old woman came downstairs, looking clean and proper. She sat at the dining table and began to eat. She ate quickly, as if she had not had a decent meal in days. The woman stood behind her with her arms crossed, her eyes growing moist. She watched the 85-year-old woman eat bite after bite, but she did not dare say a word. Just then the front door was suddenly thrown open. Michael had returned from the office wearing a sharp suit. His phone, still pressed to his ear, walked through the living room and looked uponly to see a strange old woman sitting at his table, eating his food. Pointing at his wife, he said, "Who is this woman? Why is she in my house eating my food?" The woman answered softly, "Honey, lower your voice. That's your mother." In an instant, the air seemed to freeze. Michael stood motionless. The old woman slowly raised her head from her plate, but Michael turned to his wife and said, "Who gave you permission to seat my mother at my $50,000 dining table? Who gave you that right? She does not deserve it." The two women looked at each other. It was the first time in 10 years that they had truly faced one another, and the truth was far more complicated than anyone imagined. Comment. Part 2.